Hey everyone, I'm Hector Mirai, and this is Faith and Fandom 180 on LTN Radio. So I've been a Joss Whedon fan for a pretty long time. Firefly was literally life-changing for me and kicked me off down a path that I've been walking for like the last 16 years in pseudo-professional geekdom. It also made me go back and check out Buffy and Angel, even his Shakespeare work, and Dr. Horrible was amazing. I read his astonishing X-Men run in the comics, which, to be honest, is the best X-Men run I've read. So I've been a fan of his for a long time. And when he was announced to take over after Zack Snyder to finish Justice League, I was pretty excited. I wasn't really thrilled with Age of Ultron, but I was kind of hopeful. And while I enjoyed what I saw with Justice League, and it was just nice to see my heroes on screen, I could tell that that wasn't what was intended. And this week, people are finally going to get the Snyder Cut. They're going to get the version that was intended to come out. And I knew when I watched the original version that someone had come in and done some things that weren't supposed to be. And it reminded me of this Bible story in Matthew 13, beginning in verse 24. Jesus told them another parable. The kingdom of heaven is like a man who sowed good seed in his field. But while everyone was sleeping, his enemy came and sowed weeds among the wheat and went away. When the weeds sprouted and formed heads, the weeds also appeared. The owner's servant came to him and said, "Sir, didn't you sow good seed in your field? Where then did the weeds come from?" Verse 28 says, "An enemy did this," he replied. And it just really spoke to me, the fact that sometimes we can pour out our best into what we're doing, and if we're not careful of who we let handle it and be involved in what we're doing, then it can become a perversion or a distant shadow of what we intended it to be. And that goes for things like Justice League, but that also goes for our relationships. That goes for our ministries, that goes for our walk with God, that if we're not careful and cautious and guarding about who and what we let involved, we could end up with something other than what we actually intended to create. Remember to catch Faith and Fandom 180 every Wednesday morning on the Back Row Morning Show, only on LTN Radio. And if you'd like to learn more about Faith and Fandom, head over to faithandfandom.org, where you can learn about our Comic-Con ministry, podcast, memes, apparel, and book series. You can even read new chapters before they make it to the next book. I'm Hector Mirai, and thank you for spending the last 180 seconds with me.